If you have ever looked in the mirror and seen a man staring back at you who seems to ruin everything he actually wants to protect, if your chest feels like a volcano, like hot and tight, but silent, ready to explode, if you've ever slammed the door and immediately regretted it, watched someone you love cry and you couldn't bring yourself to hold them, then this one's for you. And if you're watching this with one foot out the emotional door, telling yourself, I don't need this fluffy crap, but your wife's been sleeping on the edge of the bed for the last 3 weeks, and your kid won't look you in the eyes anymore, well, man, you're probably bleeding out emotionally. And this could be the bandage that you didn't know you needed. Listen, guys, my name's Jason. Some people call me the obstacle remover. Not because I own a bulldozer, though that would be pretty fucking awesome. And honestly, I would rather run shit over some days than talk about my feelings. But to be honest, I've spent years removing the internal obstacles, the shame, the emotional triggers, the inherited generational crap. The stuff that keeps men stuck in this loop of silent suffering. Guys that are strong and stoic, but slowly self-destructing. So let's get into it. Raw, unfiltered, vulnerable. And yes, there will probably be some poop jokes, because if we can't laugh while we cry, we're just repressing in high def. So back to the question, why do I keep pushing people away? The people that I love. Here's what I've learned. The answer is never what you think. And it's not because you're broken. It's not because you're just an asshole. And it's not because you don't care. It's because your nervous system is wired for war, not love. And that's the hard truth. When you grew up walking on eggshells, when affection came with conditions, when your father didn't say, I love you. Instead, he just taught you to man up. You learned, your body learned early on that intimacy equals danger. Vulnerability equals weakness. And every time someone gets close enough to see you, your system starts to whisper, they're going to hurt you. Get out. Push, run, explode, numb, distract. Self-sabotage at its finest. And it's not a conscious choice. It's your trauma talking. And trust me, guys, I hate that word too, trauma. It sounds like something only a person who cries in public would talk about. But no, this kind of trauma is the kind that looks like working 60 plus hours a week so you don't have to sit still with yourself. It looks like scrolling through your phone while your kid tries to tell you about their day. It looks like shutting down during a fight with your partner because you literally cannot form words without screaming. It looks like silence, rage, distance, cheating, sarcasm, workaholism, porn, whiskey, or just pretending you're fine while your whole life burns down around you. That's fight or flight, guys. But there's another one you probably know well too, right? Freeze. That's the one where your wife says, we need to talk. And your soul fucking leaves your body like you saw a ghost. And instead of saying how you feel, you go numb. You shut down. And she thinks you don't care. But inside, you're just a goddamn hurricane of fear and sadness, shame, and grief, and longing. And you don't have a single word to form any of it. And here's where it gets deep, guys. You're not the first one in your bloodline to feel like this. I guarantee it. This is generational trauma. This is a legacy of emotional silence handed down from man to man like a cursed inheritance. And if you don't face it, if you don't deal with it, guess who you're passing it on to? Your son, your daughter, the ones that you say you would die for. So let's talk about something, shadow work. Not because it's trendy or it sounds cool, but because this is how we meet the parts of us we've buried alive. Carl Jung actually started talking about this fucking years ago before it became a buzzword. But you do have a shadow self, an angry, defensive, insecure, shame-filled version of you that was formed when you were too young to process pain. It learned to protect you, and it still thinks it's helping. But now it's wrecking your relationships. This is the part of you that says, I don't need help. The part that says, she's overreacting. The part that says, whatever, I'm just going to do it alone. Screw it. You have to sit with that part of yourself, not judge him, not punish him. Just listen to him. Understand what he's trying to protect, who he's trying to protect. That's a version of yourself called the inner child. That's inner child healing. It's rewiring the fight or flight response into something human again. And then there's this internal family systems therapy, or IFS. This teaches us this fucking beautifully. The idea that you're made of parts. And the part of you that yells, it's just a protector. The one who ghosts people, it's a protector. The one who cheats, lies, works too much, numbs out, all protectors. They're trying to keep you safe from the little boy inside of you who once felt completely powerless. That version of you is still in there, man. That 60-year-old you, the one who got yelled at for crying, the one who watched his mom get hurt, the one who was told to grow up too fast. He's still in here. And he's waiting for you to finally say, I see you, little bro. I've got you. You're safe now. And listen, you can't logic your way out of this. This isn't about more books, more podcasts, more motivational quotes from Instagram about lions and alphas and grind and beast mode and dominance. This is about feeling the thing that you've been avoiding your entire damn life. That grief that you never processed from your divorce, that shame you carry because you cheated and swore you wouldn't be like your father, that sadness you drink away every night after the kids go to bed. And listen, man, you're not stuck. You're just emotionally constipated. So backed up, you've got 30 years of feelings that haven't seen the light of day. No wonder you feel like a ticking time bomb. And here's the miracle part. That pain, it's not here to destroy you. I promise you, it's here to free you. The moment you stop running from your emotions and start facing them like a man, that's when you get your power back. That's when you stop pushing people away. Because you don't have to anymore. Because you're safe now. You've created a safety inside. This is what self-worth is about. Real self-worth. Not the kind that comes from how much money you make, or how big fucking biceps are, or how many zeros are in your bank account, guys. No, that's just performance. That's ego. That's survival. Self-worth is knowing, even if I screw up, even if she leaves, even if my whole life changes, I am still valuable. I am still lovable. I am still whole. And I had to learn this the hard way. I've lost people I loved because I couldn't say how I felt. I've damaged relationships beyond repair because my nervous system was stuck in that war mode. And I've sat on the floor at 3 a.m. with a fucking gun to my head, wondering why the hell I couldn't just be normal. Why I couldn't just say I was hurting. Why I was destroying everything I claimed that I loved, and why I felt like I had to do it alone. Until I stopped asking what's wrong with me and started asking what happened to me. And that changed everything. So if you are pushing people away, if you're sabotaging your relationships, if you're stuck in a cycle of shame and sadness, rage, regret, I want you to know this. You're not too far gone. You're not broken. You're not a monster. And you're not alone. You're just a man who has never learned how to feel. And it's not your fault. But it is your responsibility now. And look, this is hard work. This is what I call the art of improvement. It's not a straight line. It's not a 5-step plan. It's falling on your face and getting back up 1,000 times. Catching your triggers in real time and choosing to respond, not react. And it's grieving the little boy that you once were and becoming the man that he needed. This is shadow work. It's CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. It's unlearning codependency. It's embracing masculine energy without becoming emotionally abusive. It's breaking the cycle. This is resilience, emotional resilience, self-awareness. And it's taking radical responsibility. And it's fucking beautiful, even when it's messy. So here's what you can do today, right now, to start turning this around. Pause before you react. That moment between the trigger and the response, that's where your freedom lives. That's where your power resides. Just take 3 deep breaths, man. Literally, out loud, in front of the person that you're about to yell at. Like a weirdo. Just fucking do it. And then name the feeling. Not just, I am pissed. Get specific. I'm scared she's going to leave me. I feel abandoned. I feel ashamed. Give your emotions language. That's how you take their power away. Try writing a letter that you'll never send. Say all the shit that you're afraid to say. Get it out of your system and let it bleed onto paper. It's an emotional detox. And watch your patterns. When you feel stuck in life, it's because an old pattern is still driving. Pay attention. Awareness is 90% of the game. Ask for help. And yes, I mean real help, therapy, coaching, men's groups, books, anything that helps you learn to feel again. Look, guys, if you're ready, really, really ready to stop pushing love away, there's a link in the description down below where you can book a free call with me too. No bullshit, just 2 men talking about real stuff. And I've also got digital guides that are next to nothing on my website if you want to start there on your own. You can go to theobstacleremover.com/store. But the most important thing you can do is stop pretending you're okay. Because the more you pretend, the more they pull away. The people that you love aren't asking you to be perfect. They're asking you to be real. And when you learn how to show up, vulnerable, honest, grounded, that's when you stop being the ticking time bomb and start being the man that your family can trust again. So if this hits home for you guys, if you're sitting there with tears or you just, I won't let you fall, okay? If you have anger in your chest that's been building for years, you can feel that starting to bubble up, please hit the like button. Please leave a comment, and I want to hear your story. And someone else might need to hear it too. We do this type of work together, one man at a time. So let's go.